Hello and welcome to round 5 of the Sheffield Prime with me, Rebecca Walker, and joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hi.
Hi. So on the left we have Nicholas Boucher playing Stark Crossing, and on the right we have Dave Bamford playing Bara Qohor.
Dave Bamford? Wow. I wondered why those hands look really far away.
Really? Really? The video's been on for like 2 seconds.
It's the first thing that sprung to my mind.
You're evil.
Wow. Nicholas has a good setup.
Yeah, Nicholas has a Rose Road, a Duke Twyman and a Rickon. And Bamford has a Rose Road, a Dragonstone Faithful and a Mel with a card in Shadows as well. So this probably makes a bit of a problem for Bamford. Obviously, quite a common opener is at the gates at the moment. So the Rickon there is going to be a bit annoying for that. The other thing that will be annoying for Bamford is Rickon is there and he's playing Qohor. Obviously, Rickon is like an anti-Qohor kind of a card. So either way, Rickon's going to be a bit of a pain in the arse for Bamford in this game.
But if he has at the gates and opens it and isn't too concerned about lack of economy, then he could use that to get rid of the Rickon.
He could, yeah. It's also definitely a viable thing to happen. Bamford also doesn't have any attachments on the board yet.
Yeah.
So if Nicholas goes first, he will get an extra gold because of Bamford's agenda.
I like how you've just consistently just called him Bamford. It's not Dave, it's just Bamford.
I don't really know him as Dave.
Bamford.
I just know him as Bamford. I do like his t-shirt.
Bamford versus Boucher.
Look, Bamford's t-shirt's got a White Walker on it.
That's kind of true.
Are you in South Park?
No. Are you?
No. But that's definitely a male-looking White Walker.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Maybe that's you in the future when you're like 80 or something.
Wow.
Ooh, that's interesting.
They're both open loan from the Iron Bank. Wow. I mean, I never really saw that plot as an opener.
Yeah, it feels a little bit detrimental later in the game to not be getting as much gold as you should. I mean, I guess they've both got a Rose Road out, so maybe they're not as bothered. I don't know.
Yeah, perhaps. So, that's cool. I mean, they're both going to get 10 gold.
I can see.
And then Rose Road's on top.
Yeah. I see Bamford's got a Great Hall in his hand as well. So maybe he's not too worried. Oh, is that passing the Black Gate?
It is.
So this is going to be Nicholas with 5 billion gold's worth of marshalling then. Oh, here we go. The chain has commenced. Bear Island Scout. Another one. Ooh, going straight to She-Bear.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, I like She-Bears at this point because there comes a stage where he's got so much gold and he's got a reduction of 1 on every single character that he can populate the board quite well without having to use all the Bear Island Scouts.
Yeah.
So it's nice to keep maybe 1 in reserve just in case there's a reset of some sort. But then Bara Qohor isn't really a reset style of deck. If they run a reset, it's probably VD or Wildfire. So it's unlikely to be running Balam or Good. But who knows?
Yeah, I mean, Stark Crossing, it does just like to spam out all the cards. And it's not too worried, as you say, about resets. Generally, they can just re-spam, I find. Re-spam. Ooh, milk on Mel straight away.
So Nicholas paid for Alicine?
I'm going to assume so.
Let's do some math. 1, 2, 3, and then 5 for Rob. He should have paid 8 of his 11 gold. Paid another 2, so he should have paid, yeah, so he had paid. It's fine. Oh, but then he's also played a milk.
Yeah, that takes it up. So that's the 10 gold's worth of spending, right?
Is it?
Yeah, 1
Rob
for
for
Scout.
5, Scout for 1, Alicine for 2, 2 for the armory, 1 for the milk, that's 11. Oh yeah, because he had an extra one because Dave didn't have an attachment. So yeah, I think it's fine.
Saving 1 for the I'm No One, which is taken straight away by that Red Priest. But sadly for Bamford, he cannot trigger Mel because she is milked.
Yep. I mean, triggering Mel against the board with Rob and Wyman, probably not that impactful.
No.
So I guess it's not too bad at this stage.
It's not too bad, but every little helps, I think, when you're against start crossing. It can be very fast.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the problem for Dave at this stage is Wyman and Rob are on the board, so that is basically stand your board on command as long as they have the Chud to support it. And I'm sure Nicholas is going to have the Chud to support it. However, he does have Celise,
Yep.
which means many attachment could come out free if he had them.
Yeah, so that's a seal of the hand on Mel there. And, as you mentioned, so attachments with Celise is always good. And he is Qohor, so there's a good chance that he can just go and grab milks as needed if he can win some challenges.
Alright, well, his hand doesn't seem great because he got Celise out and didn't play any R'hllor attachments. He played a seal of the hand on Mel, which is going to give him a little bit of Qohor option. He played the Iron Throne, so Nicholas will be controlled a little bit. I mean, I'm sure the ideal use for that will be in the marshalling phase. When you know, because start crossing, it's kind of a known quantity now. You know what their danger cards are, right?
Yeah.
So if you're worried about a character hitting the board, you name that character. If you're worried about the event instead, and no one, for example, you name that, right?
How much does Celise cost? Is she 4?
Yeah. Yeah. Why? You're doing a frown.
Yeah, I'm trying to math.
Oh.
Did Bamford pay for the seal? 4 for Celise, 3 for the Red Priest, that's 7.
Yep. 3 for seal, 10.
2 for Iron Throne, 12. Great Hall, 13, but -1, so 12. I feel like the math is wrong there somewhere. Has he got any gold left over?
No. Alright, so let's get this straight. He would have collected 11, paid 3 for the priest, that leaves him with 8. Great Hall, that leaves him with 7. Great Hall in place Celise leaves him with 4. Yeah, the math doesn't add up.
Oh, he had a Dragonstone Faithful.
Oh yeah, then that would have played for the Red Priest. Then the math does add up.
Oh,
Excellent.
okay, no, we're cool.
Oh, the Faithful's dead, I see it now in the
Yeah.
dead. Cool. We worry so much about math. We could just comment on the game and the strategy thereof.
Yeah, no, I was just I was wondering for a moment if David puts the seal out with Celise's ability, forgetting that it's R'hllor only. But that would be silly. Why would he forget that?
That wouldn't be very former UK national champion of him, would it?
No, just me and math is well, we're not friends.
So, run through that first round for me, because it's happened.
Sure. Nicholas was the first player. He did all 3 challenges. Dave defended all 3. Not fully, but enough to stop Nicholas from going too far ahead, and enough for Dave to have knelt his board out to be unable to attack back.
Nice.
Acceptable?
I guess so.
And now on to the next plot phase.
What are you expecting of the plot 2?
Don't know. Maybe... I don't really know, to be honest.
We've got Aaron to return to the fields. Not a very impactful return to the fields on Nicholas there. I'm sure he would have liked a wider board before he used that.
A little bit weird to use the Earth the Iron Throne on Bamford's side, unless he just wants to get rid of the Celise so he can...
If he doesn't have the attachments in hand for
maybe?
Celise.
Yeah.
Or he may use it to get rid of the milk on Mel.
Either way, Rickon has cancelled it and triggering Wyman to draw a card. So, I mean, Nicholas kind of gets the effects of Return to the Fields just without the gold, just by stopping Bamford's plot.
Yeah. Well, kinda. He doesn't get the draw either from Rickon being sacked. He only gets the draw from Wyman.
Yeah, so I guess it's a fairish trade. I mean, Nicholas basically loses a card and a gold. Bamford loses a potential upgrade.
I don't even know if Bamford wanted to upgrade.
I don't know. I'm wondering what Little Lords and Ladies he runs in the deck actually for air. I guess he got Shireen, yeah.
Shira Errol.
What's that one?
The lady. 2 strength power icon. She's an interrupt when character's going to die or something, you can move all that power to house card.
Okay.
That might be in the deck. It depends if he's running the Hanno build or the Andros full-op build.
Ooh. Is Andros...
Andros.
Is Andros' build the Shira Errol?
Shira Errol, yeah.
Shira Errol.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because I was running close to the Hanno build, and that wasn't in mine.
Nope. Which would suggest that maybe Dave is running the other one. Or he even his own build.
Yeah? Yeah, it doesn't have to be copying someone.
Copying. Get you. You make it sound so sinister.
I don't mean it to be. I mean, I net deck all the when I deck build, I just get folders out and I'm like, oh my god, these cards are great! And then I get all these cards out and then you just come along and say, Rebecca,
why have you built Martel neutrals?
Yeah. It's the worst looking deck I've ever seen. It's Martel neutrals, but it isn't even free folk. It's just it's just neutral cards that doesn't really do anything.
Fantastic. Do you know what Dave named with the Iron Throne?
Jory Cassell.
Wow. Really?
If I remember correctly.
I haven't seen a deck with him in for a long while.
I think Dave looked at his hand for the Red Priest trigger.
That makes a lot of sense.
And maybe remembered it was in there. I think that happened.
Excellent. So we have Shireen on the board, Necrolite of the Flame. Another attachment put onto Mel. I'm not sure if is that Warhammer.
It might be Warhammer. I think it is a Warhammer. I vaguely recall she's 6 strength.
Seems good.
Yeah. Well, it means that she's going to beat out Wyman in an Intrigue challenge.
Not on the crossing challenge.
Not on the crossing, but certainly earlier on in the game. In the round. And it would be nice for Dave to be able to stop the cards being taken out of his hand.
I'm sure the next round Dave wants to draw either Robert or Stannis.
You've
got a board now to support whichever one comes out.
Yeah.
And if one of them becomes Azor a High Reborn, that could present a problem for Nicholas.
That's when the Bara deck gets really quick. Bara Qohor, bob out with Azor High and all the attachments, and he just goes and goes and goes and gets all the power. It's great.
Well, clearly Nicholas is running milk, so...
A pass and Blackgate there.
Another one, wow.
Another one.
So there we go.
Yep. Another Bear Island Scout. Is he going to grab the other one this time? Do you reckon he'll go for a she barrels? Yeah, there you go. And obviously the she bear, if he plays it, will allow him to put out another card for free. That's 3 cost or under. That could be in a character or an attachment. Don't know if Nicholas runs any attachments in his deck.
I don't think there's much need to in crossing.
I think the only one I've ever really seen is Lady sometimes. Just because she can annoy the challenge math a little bit.
Yeah.
So She-Bear for...
Umber Loyalist.
Yeah, I feel like I've not really seen them much recently. But using that to draw 2 cards. And playing out one of those immediately, the Heartree Grove. I mean, he's still got 2 gold remaining, another Heartree Grove as well. So we can put up to a 3-coster into play, I guess.
Yep.
And if he really wanted to, he could sacrifice something with Wyman to draw an extra card if he was struggling. So I think we're onto the challenges phase here. Yep, so Bamford's going in for an Intrigue challenge with Mel. She is 6 strength due to the Warhammer. Which means that Dave should win the challenge here. Unless Nicholas has got some magical trick we don't know about.
What's Dave's card in Shadows, Rebecca?
Do you want me to actually tell you what it is, or because I remember what it is?
What do you think it would be playing Bara Qohor?
There's the Shadow Priestess, isn't there?
Is there?
Is that the one that comes out of shadows and Neil's one?
Is that in Bara Qohor?
Not usually, but you might find it.
Okay.
It could also be the other card that it is. What do you think it is?
No idea. Don't know. Haven't really thought about it.
It's quite a common neutral shadows card that is often found as a one-off.
Not Punching Powder.
No, not that one.
Not Pinch.
Not Pinch.
Cool. Then it's Billy Bone.
It is Billy Bone. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I think Bill Bone, you can quite often find him as just a one-off in decks. Because he's quite nice against like a Sea of Blood or something horrible like that. Just to give you a sort of turn-off kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Bamford has triggered his Qohor and winning the Intrigue challenge there to put a milk onto Wyman, and has also taken the claim of, I think that's a Winterfell.
Yep, it
from Nicholas's hand.
So Dave has chosen to milk Wyman. So milking the Duke character, I get that. He'll survive a reset and still be milked. Cool. He's also milked the sacrifice action and draw of Wyman, but he hasn't milked the stand of Rob, which tells me a lot about Dave's strategy.
Well, I mean, I think it's a good shout, to be honest, because, as you say, like, Rob stands, but now he doesn't have someone to trigger that stand.
Agree.
And Wyman draws so many cards. We saw Nicholas play Turn to the Fields, for example. You know, he has other sacrifice plots in his plot deck as well, all of which he can, you know, use to draw himself extra cards with Wyman, and now he's not going to be able to do that. He is going to be able to play I'm No One, though, on Alasane, so he's going to get some challenges through here for his crossing. But yeah, I think Wyman is a good shout. I think instinctively you kind of want to milk Rob, but I feel like Rob can wait. Like, in a Qohor deck, Dave's definitely running more than one milk. So he can go and get another one when needed, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the argument to milk Rob would be if you're looking to do military challenges, you don't really want to have the spectre of Rob lurking. And you can slow him down if you milk him by getting rid of the renown. But, like you say, I think Wyman is the better shout here, because A, he got a duplicate, and B, he's very good card advantage when your own characters lead play, and the action advantage as well, being able to stand him in crossing is really good.
Yeah, I think as well, I mean, Dave doesn't have a lot of military strength. He's got just the Red Priest, so even if Dave particularly wanted to do some military challenges, they're not really going to be happening. So I think, you know, I don't think he needs to worry about doing military. The intrigue and the power are probably more impactful.
Yeah, I don't think Dave cares really about military. Dave's just still trying to build his ideal board state, I think. Trying to get that one character so he can start pushing through and enacting his own game plan.
Yeah.
I feel like at the moment he's either being reactive or is trying to just poke challenges to get Nicholas to nil his board.
Yeah. But I mean, saying that, we're 20 minutes in, but the game is like 50 minutes long. So even if, well, basically it's not going to be an easy win for Nicholas either way. It's not going to be a quick, easy Stark crossing rush win. I mean, I've seen these Stark crossing decks win within 20 minutes.
Well, to be fair, we are still on plot 2. So they are playing slower. Because I've definitely seen 3 or 4 plot games over in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And this isn't one of them. But he is 8-0 after 2 plots. Which I think is fine. I think Dark Crossing wins in 3 or 4. if it get a good draw on, the opponent cannot do anything about it.
Yeah.
But I think Dave is wise enough to know his outs against this deck.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Dave pretty quick though on choosing his plot.
I called him wise.
You'll be so happy.
That means he's old now. He's a veteran of the throne scene.
I mean, he's not as old as you, is he? Let's face it.
Nearly.
No one's as old as you.
I mean, he's 35 next month.
And you're older.
Not really.
I mean, you are.
No.
Yes, you are literally older.
Wildfire! Return to the field 2. So
I
this
wonder
is
who's
really
going
good.
first.
Well, this is good because that's a really good counter to the return to the field. Because, let's face it, double return to the field is a little bit annoying, especially with all the synergies with Wyman and Rob. Nicholas is going to get rid of 3 characters for the Wildfire.
And Bamford's got the perfect character to get rid of for Wildfire.
He does, doesn't he? Unbeloyalist goes as well, so not only does Nicholas not get to draw cards from return to the field, but he has to discard 2 cards also.
Yeah.
Look at Bamford chuckling to himself a little bit, thinking, hey, I got him.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of talk about return to the fields being too strong and that it should be restricted and stuff like that. But to be honest, I kind of like that it's encouraged Wildfire to come back a little bit. I mean, I've started playing Wildfire more as a, when your opponent's expecting a reset and they play Return to the Fields. If you're playing Wildfire, that beats Return to the Fields. So you can not only get off your reset, you also stop them from being able to draw cards and gain gold.
Yep.
So that's always quite nice. Oh, we've discarded a Fat Cat.
And Jora.
Ooh.
Now Shireen's going to do some work. Interesting to see who he will kneel here. Because Alyssane can do 2 challenges herself. Rob and Wyman can only do 1 challenge themselves.
He's gone for the Rob. I think that's a fair shout because Rob has Renown.
Yep.
And with Nicholas on 8 power already, it's not difficult for Stark to rush forward and get the rest of that power now.
Well, we'll see how difficult it is.
So going into the marshalling phase now.
So Dave hadn't used his Iron Throne this time.
He hasn't. And in a moment, well, in a bit, he's talking with Nicholas and says, I was slightly thrown by the plots and had totally intended on using the Iron Throne in the marshalling phase and just forgot to do it.
You fucked that up.
And he was intending on saying a character which is about to come out.
Oh.
Can you guess the character?
I'm not sure why he's thrown on the plots because he perfectly countered it. Unsure why he would be thrown.
I think it was more because Nicholas took a little while to decide the cards that he was discarding from hand and all that kind of thing. But he forgot to say Eddard, which was who he was going to say. So we do have a fast steady on the board. And is that the green-haired girl?
It is the green-haired girl.
I can't ever remember her name.
Her name is the green-haired girl.
Isn't it Willow or something?
Yes.
Is it? Is it actually?
Yes.
Oh yeah! Don't know what she does. I just remember she's got green hair.
She has got green hair. Well done.
Thank you.
You win.
Oh, and you were telling me about why she had green hair. Because doesn't she live near the sea and they get influenced a lot by the fashions of Bravos? Is that what it was? And so, because of that, the people in that town have a tendency to sort of copy those fashions?
Something like that. I think it's the Tyroshi that dye their hair and their beards.
Tyroshi, that was it.
Near the other side of the narrow sea too, albeit a bit further south. I'm assuming she's influenced. Well, she is definitely influenced by Essos custom, Essos fashion. So yeah, that's a thing. I think her ability is quite useful. It allows you to, put cards back into your deck.
Yeah.
You're looking quizzical then.
Yeah, because I forgot what she does.
Yeah, after a character you control is sacrificed or killed, choose another card in your discard pile and I think it put it on the bottom of your deck. But that's good for Qohor if you want to recycle attachment, and it's just good if you're running Skagos.
Yeah.
And if you do have other shuffle effects into your deck like Bear Island Scout, you can just put card back in.
Mm-hmm.
If you return to the field your Bear Island Scouts, you can trigger Willa to, put them back in your deck if you have other sacrifice or kill triggers. So I think it's good.
Yeah.
Really good job.
Yeah, we're sort of past the days of using Tumblestone Knights, aren't we?
Tumblestone Knight, what's that?
It's a military power Bicon with 2 strength and 2 cost, and it does fuck all apart from just sit on the board and look pretty.
What's its flavour text?
Oh, don't be mean. I've already got the other stuff. It's got a picture of a man on a horse on it and a river.
Nay.
I can't remember what the flavour text is.
So we're waiting on something.
So basically, it's Dave's challenges, and he's saying, not literally, but he's saying, fuck you, Nicholas, for milking my Mel. This is really annoying and making my game harder. And now I have to do hard math.
To be fair, he milked Nicholas D. Wyman. Mm-hmm. So, fair game. Mm-hmm. Dave does have Stannis now with an attachment,
Which is...
Come on, you edited it.
Maybe Red God Blessing?
Oh, okay, so that would make him plus 4 strength. 3 strength? 4 strength?
It might be. Don't quote me on that.
He doesn't have Intimidate, but...
No.
I'm sure he can get Intimidate.
Well, so far as I'm aware, Mel's... Oh, no, Mel doesn't have the Warhammer anymore, does she? Was that sacrificed for the... That was sacrificed for the milk, wasn't it? So she's got a seal on her.
Yep. The Intrigue, which is one Dave can win. He triggered the seal, which makes me think he's thinking of getting rid of it. Mm-hmm. For Azor a High Reborn, perhaps?
I think it's always good to do it just in case anyway, because there's no reason for you not to use a seal of the hand. So I think using it straight away, and then if you do decide after the claim, so the claim there was last half scouts, you can get rid of it if needed. There's nothing worse than not using it and then after the claim being like, shit, actually I really want to chuck it for something else. So Azor High Reborn might be good here on Stannis.
Yeah, he could get the seal for Azor a High Reborn, then do power challenge with Solis. So Stannis will be participating, trigger Stannis to draw, could get rid of the Red God Blessing for Warhammer if you want to do some Intimidate or Lightbringer, yeah.
Lightbringer to get the nail on the train going might be good.
Yeah, certainly possible. But of course Nicholas had the Northern Armoury. So being able to stand fast Eddie on command and doing a challenge on a board where Dave can't defend that challenge, that's a significant amount of power.
Yeah, what have we got there? What's that there? Is that Azor High?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
You tell me, Miss Bara Qohor.
Well, my Azor High is the official alt art one that I've been using, so I can't really remember what the normal one is.
You've only got one copy of it, don't give me that rubbish.
And my playmat has the nice Azor High art on it, so yeah, I can't remember what the peasant version has.
The peasant! Alright, I see.
I don't normally get to say stuff like that, alright? Let me have my moment.
You're even wearing Azor a High Yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's all about the Bara baby.
The Bara baby. So Solis does the power challenge with Stannis included, with Azor a High Reborn. Stannis draws a card from his reaction. Dave takes the power claim and considers a Qohor trigger. So do you switch out your Red God Blessing for Lightbringer?
If it is a Red God Blessing.
If it is a Red God Blessing. do you switch it out for Warhammer and intimidate stuff down? So Nicholas has to use his armory to restand, use up Nicholas's resources.
Yeah.
Better to make him use them now before the turn that he plays you win or you die or something and try to win the game.
I mean, obviously, like, both players are quite slow in this game. But I kind of get it. I mean, having been playing Bara Qohor for a little bit.
Qohor players are slow.
Yeah, you've got so many things to think about. Like, you have to try and consider how important each attachment is.
It does look like Red God Blessing, by the way.
God, my memory is working today, apparently. But yeah, I mean, you know, trying to figure out, like, if there's a better option and, like, what combination will let you do stuff. I don't know. I like to have things in front of me and be able to see what I'm doing. To have to try and think what's left in my deck and then imagine what's going to happen going forward. For me, obviously I can't speak for everyone. I need to take an extra couple of minutes just to properly process it.
Sure. Dave's also probably doing the math on how much power Nicholas is going to get on the backswing.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, Fast Eddie, Renown. Ooh. And Milk on the Rob, which means Dave can do the military.
Yeah, I mean, the only problem with that is it does mean that Nicholas is going to get through, well, at least one challenge unopposed. And will theoretically win at least 2 challenges.
Well, Azor Ahai Reborn has gone, and now I have a hunting accident on Eddard.
Oh, interesting.
So only one challenge is going to be won with Eddard.
I think if that hadn't happened, Nicholas could have used the Northern Armoury and gone in twice with Eddard. And that's just 4 power on its own. Plus the crossing, plus
2
the
unopposed, 2 renown, 2 Eddard triggers, that's 6. Power claim, that's 7. Crossing 8. Intrigue challenge wouldn't be unopposed necessarily.
No, but something would be. That's the thing. Okay, so Red Priest taken for military claim. Intrigue being defended by Mel.
Seized by the guard.
And then I guess the most important, I'm going to go for the power. Thing is though, now he can't, even if it's unopposed, he'd get what? Unopposed, claim, crossing, and reaction. So that's only 4, right?
I think you do it now.
Yeah?
Yeah, but surely you want to use it now before you have to play perhaps your own reset or something. I mean, it's unlikely Bara Qohor has a reset, but against any other deck, I'd be like, well, Eddard could leave the board next round, might as well use him now.
You do realise that Bamford has literally just played Dwarf.
Yeah, I do.
You just said, I don't know if Bara Qohor runs a reset.
I said I don't think Bara Qohor runs another reset.
Oh, another reset. Okay, that's not acceptable. So he decides to just do the power with Alasane. So he gets the unopposed crossing and claim.
And dominance.
And then he also won Dom. He still needs 3 powers, so theoretically he should be able to just get that this turn.
Theoretically, yeah. Theoretically, Branford might have something to do.
Branford? He's not a cereal.
No. He could be, I don't know, a dead leg Stark boy. He's not, but...
What?
Bran?
Oh.
That took you far too long.
I don't know what he was. It was like the dead leg Stark boy, and I was like, the dead leg? I was like, is he a pirate? Has he got a pirate leg?
Can confirm Rickon had a peg leg.
Rickon's got a peg leg now.
Of course.
Not Bran.
That's why he called Rickonford.
What?
I'm mocking you, dear.
Thanks, honey. I know it's easy to do, alright? But that doesn't mean you have to take advantage.
But Nicholas plays Wardens of the North.
And
Branford
Bamford
plays the King in the North.
Yeah, good plot for Bamford here. Stops Eddard's reaction. So you were right, Nicholas probably should have used Eddard in the previous round, because then Nicholas would be on 14 power rather than 12, and it would be a lot easier for him to get that extra power this time.
It doesn't look like Nicholas actually had many options in hand.
No, he's only got, is that 2 cards left he's got there?
Yep.
2 or 3.
Let's see what Dave's got.
I mean, neither of them have drawn that many extra cards. Oh, what's that?
Who knows? Put your
I
hand
think
over,
it's a
Dave.
military intrigue.
Military intrigue.
I think so.
Sure, it's not Bob.
No,
I
it's
can't
military and an intrigue.
Is it
Might be Davos.
Stannis? Yeah, Davos. Sorry, the one that gives power from.
Oh, he steals a power and gives it to Stannis.
Yeah.
Yes, it is him.
Nice.
Not that that happens at any point.
Haven't seen him that much. So that's pretty cool. I like that Davos. Everyone panned him. Suggested that Davos is rather crap.
I mean, stealth is always nice, right?
Stealth is good. Stealth and intrigue for Baratheon. Pretty good.
Oh, does he have stealth as well?
What?
I was thinking of the other stuff. Davos has stealth. But that one got stealth too.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. That's even better than I thought.
He's good, I think.
How much did he cost?
5. 4 strength.
Seems
Can steal
reasonable.
power and give it to his king. Yeah, he's fine. He doesn't have the power icon, which Baratheon kind of like. They kind of do like that power icon. And Baratheon have quite a bit of, good intrigue icons actually.
Yeah.
They've got the Valyrian crew, which is also a big 5 strength intrigue stealth icon. They've also got the other Melisandre intrigue stealth.
Yeah.
They've got that Davos intrigue stealth.
So they're quite good for reigns then, basically.
Well, no one's ever cracked that nut.
So Nicholas is doing a military challenge with Alasane. Tried to stealth Davos, and Bamford just sort of reminded him that he already has stealth, so stealth and Stannis instead. So if Davos defends, he wins. Which means that Davos' reaction happens to steal a power and put it on Stannis. Much to Nicholas's dismay.
Dismay.
An intrigue from Willa. So I think Bamford needs to, at least block all these challenges here.
Yeah.
Because...
Dave's like, how much you going to have for power?
Yeah, plus the crossing. Bamford doesn't have a chance of defending the power, so he might as well defend the intrigue.
Oh, he could still lose this.
He could, if Nicholas wants to
But
throw
is
in.
it worth?
So Nicholas probably wants to go for Dom as well. So, bit of math then from Nicholas.
Bit of maths.
Yes, I think we're going for Eddard and Alasane.
So that is what, 12? I mean, wouldn't you just go in with Alasane and then trigger your plot? Make Dave overcommit?
Maybe.
Or if he doesn't overcommit, you got more standing on defence?
Well, Nicholas was first player. Second player.
Alright.
Bamford didn't do any challenges.
Well, shit.
So, Nicholas there getting the claim, crossing and renown on Eddard, putting him on to 14. Oh, actually no, I think I've made a mistake. I think Nicholas was the first player.
Quite possibly. Because as we recall, Nicholas Marshall there.
Yeah. And Bamford looks like he's about to do something. So Nicholas was first player. Ignore me. I'm talking bullshit.
You can re-edit that before the video sees the light of day, right?
Re-edit what? It's fine. I never said anything wrong. It's all good.
So I guess Dave's considering his challenge. Stannis is 7 strength.
Mm-hmm.
Can't win a power challenge.
The thing is, though, Bamford here, if he doesn't win the power, then Nicholas wins Dom. So he needs to do something. So, yeah, no, the faction card. So he's brought out Oberbone from the shadows and doing a military. Nicholas is letting that go through and oppose, which makes total sense because he wants to be able to defend that power challenge.
Yeah. So Bamford needs to get rid of the hunting accident.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe get a Lightbringer on Stannis.
I mean, that's not going to increase his strength.
I don't know. No, I was thinking, like, if he'd have... so he could have done it a different way. He could have done a military with Stannis, won that, got the Lightbringer, stood Stannis, got the renown, brought Bilbone out maybe for the intrigue. That would have been unopposed. But then, of course, unless he has a Warhammer at all.
So basically, if he'd done the military first,
He did do the military first.
with Stannis, then Nicholas could have pulled in Wyman to defend it against Stannis.
It's true, yeah.
As is, Bamford has gone and got a Red God's blessing, which puts him on enough strength to be able to win against Rob and Wyman.
This is why I don't play Qohor. Draw the card with Stannis. Get the power claim. Gonna trigger the Quahar.
Bamford was just slightly confused about what challenges he'd done.
Yeah, he hadn't done Intrigue, I don't believe.
No, not yet. So he was considering getting the Lightbringer here.
Stannis.
But I still think Nicholas wins Dom because of all the gold. And also because Dave hasn't done the intrigue, Stannis doesn't have an intrigue icon. So he's not going to be able to do a challenge with Stannis. But Lightbringer is always good anyway, right? Renown.
Sure.
Standing.
Speed Dave up for the next turn, so it looks like it is going to go to another turn.
Yeah.
Which Dave must be thrilled about.
I mean, I was quite impressed that Dave managed to make it go so long.
Well, Dave's good at going long, you know. Plays a lot of Martell Wars.
Yeah.
Bit of Duran's game, bit of reset. Bit of annoying shit. That's Dave.
That's Dave. A bit of an annoying shit.
Bit of an annoying shit, yeah. Especially when you're playing against him.
Oh, we love you really, Dave.
Dave's got a decent board now. And it might be more impactful than Nicholas's milked Wyman, milked Rob. But Alysanne and Eddard can cause a problem.
Yes.
So Dave needs to get ahead of that and control it. He might need to be first player.
So they've both gone for When You Die, but because Nicholas has a King's Road, which Dave stopped him from using last time with the King of the North, Nicholas wins initiative.
Well, as long as Nicholas gets something, gets a character, then I think he's going to be hard to stop.
Yeah, I mean, he needs only one power.
Yeah.
Ideally, Dave will be able to trigger Davos to steal a power, make it slightly harder. But I mean, Nicholas just needs to win something with Eddard, and he does have a Northern Armory that's not been used yet.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, the main consideration is Nicholas is costing challenges -1 to all characters. Mm-hmm. So if you go all in on your first challenge, you've got a slight weakness. If you do a weak challenge, like an intrigue challenge, Davos will nick a power from you, that kind of thing. But that might be worth just to get more claim with, Eddard, Armory, that kind of thing.
Yeah, makes sense.
But Nicholas played a number loyalist to draw 2 more cards.
Mm-hmm. All the options.
He should have a lot of options now.
It is just worth noting as well that this is round 5. Both of these players are currently on 3 wins and 1 loss. So basically, if they win this game, they're guaranteed into the cup. If they lose this game, then they probably aren't making it into the cup. So it's an important match for both of them.
Yeah, I can't see Nicholas losing this at this stage. He got Daisy on the board. Daisy and Eddard, 2 renowned characters. Daisy with 7 strength now. Arya with the stealth. Alyssane with the stealth. Mm-hmm. So let's see how this pans out.
Yeah, I mean you've got, as I say, 2 stealth characters. Potential for 3 renown if you've got Eddard and Daisy.
Your Northern Army gets knelt.
That's good though.
Good tempo.
Mm-hmm.
Is it enough?
I mean that Dragonstone Faithful is going to do some work.
Shira Errol. Acolyte the Flame. Dave just spamming now. I'm just going to get everything out.
Well, you might as well on you when I die turn, right?
Yep.
You're not going to be using it for anything else. So, I mean, I don't know that Dave has got enough strength on the board. I'm pretty sure he knelt the Iron Throne and said, I'm no one, by the way, just as a heads up. Yeah, I mean...
GG?
Think so?
I mean, you go in with the military, with Alyssane, Arya and fast Eddard. You stealth someone, probably Saldor. I know Stannis is there, isn't he?
Yeah, Stannis is there.
Stealth
Davos and Saldor.
So Davos, Salador and Old Bill Bone is 9 strength?
So we're just going to poke with the intrigue. So I guess Dave can defend with Davos and steal the power, right?
Right, intrigue 4, Davos is 4 strength. So they'd have to defend with, say, Davos and Old Bill Bone.
Yeah.
Then he could deal a power, but does he have enough to defend on power challenge with Arya, Stealth and Stannis? Well, Acolyte of the Flames, Errol 4, Salador 7, Chud 8, Mel 12, Selyse 15, Eddard, Daisy, Arya, Alyssane, Nicholas is 1.
Let Bamford, have his moment to do something. So stealing a power there. So Nicholas just needs 2 power for the win. I mean, you're just going with a massive power challenge, right? Or military, because it doesn't really matter.
Military is easier to win.
Yeah, and you've got 2 stealth as well then. Although, if Bamford had a random nightmares, that would be sad. Just nightmares on Eddard.
Random nightmare. Not many cohort decks run events.
Exactly. Be surprising if Bamford did have one.
It would be surprising. I would be literally surprised. My mouth would be an O and I would be shocked.
Thank you for demonstrating your shocked face to me, Richard.
You're welcome. It was good, right?
You looked shocked. Yeah, you looked very, very surprised.
Thank you.
Go on, Nicholas. Just go for the win. You can do this.
Seems to have a little bit of analysis paralysis here. It's like,
Yeah, he's basically me.
Well, I'd be of the opinion, if Bamford stops it, he stops it. Cool. Do a power challenge.
Alright, so we're just going in with Eddard and Alyssane, stealthing Stannis for the military, which I think is just enough. So blocking with Bilbone. So not unopposed. We've got 2 claim. Dave's going to claim Stannis and trigger Shira
L.
to move the power to the faction card. Killing Stannis, killing Bilbone. And then Renown and reaction to Renown. And that's the game.
Wow.
So congratulations to Nicholas. Nicholas will be through to the cut. Commiserations to Dave. And we will be back with the cut as soon as we can. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/The White Walkers. And we will see you for the cut.
Yeah. Cool. Bye.
Bye.